Good evening, everyone. It is finally that time of year again. Time for a Halloween-themed movie review. This time around, I will take you back to the year 2002 and a little movie called Scooby-Doo. Not only is this a Scooby-Doo movie, this is the very first live-action Scooby-Doo movie. And it also marks the end of a very annoying era. The original live-action Scooby-Doo. Let's begin. Okay, so with the story, it pretty much starts off like literally the opening is just the gang solving a mystery, like towards the tail end of the mystery. A pretty lame one if you ask me. But you're introduced to the characters. And pretty much after the mystery is wrapped up, yeah, Mystery Inc. breaks up. And then Shaggy's trying to keep them together. Like, don't do this, don't do this. And then pretty much, that's all she wrote. The gang breaks up. And then he tells Scooby that it's just going to be the two of them for a while. And the two of them went on to do what they do best. Hey, you did that on purpose. But because one particular individual has reached out to all the members of Mystery Inc. to get them to Spooky Island. And honestly, this scene, even over 20 years later, I don't know what to think of it. I have so many questions. Like, that's clearly a dog. Like, just, I know that it's literally a meme nowadays. Like, how the hell did they get Scooby on the plane?
This is Scooby-Doo, bitch. Logic does not exist.
Yes. Yes, Dracula me. Shaggy meets this individual on the plane. I'm sorry, what was that name?
Like, that is my favorite name. Really?
Like, gee, it's nice to meet you, Mary Jane. This girl's gonna cause a lot of problems between him and Scooby. Starting with the fact that Shaggy decides to be an asshole and tells Scooby to go sit with Velma and Fred. And then once they get to the island, they meet the man responsible for bringing them together.
Sorry, it's a new toy.
Nope, yet. Not gonna open it. This is the owner of the park. Or at least you think it is. Because I'm gonna get to it later. But that is Rowan Atkins, the man behind the voice of Zazu in The Lion King. This role was supposed to go to Tim Curry. But he dropped out at the last minute because of who the villain really is. Again. I'm gonna save it. They go on to investigate a mystery of what happened to the local college students that are visiting the island. And they uncover a plot to absorb the souls of each individual on the island. And Mary Jane causes a falling out between Shaggy and Scooby. And then Shaggy is forced to reunite Mystery Inc. to save Scooby. And you're probably wondering who the villain is. Well, right before the big climax, it's revealed that the owner of the park is in fact not. We missed out on a Tim Curry performance because of this piece of shit. And luckily, he gets what he deserves. Too light of a punishment, but I'm getting to it. Yeah. Apparently the producers made Scrappy the antagonist and the main villain because the fans hate his guts, and rightfully so. I hate this guy so much. Again, I'm gonna get to it. But at the end of the movie, Scrappy is taken away, and Mystery Inc. officially gets back together. Honestly, this movie is shit. It's shit. But you know what? I love this movie because of nostalgia reasons, and that's why I'm reviewing it. The characters, I'm going to get this out of the way. Scooby is pretty much the talking dog. Shaggy, on the other hand, from frame one, Matthew Lillard makes the best, and he does the best Shaggy impression ever. Like, even Casey Kasem was so impressed. Right before Casey Kasem died, he made sure that Matthew Lillard got the role of Shaggy. And he is the best Shaggy since Casey Kasem passed away. The hell with the movie Scoob with Will Arnett. And yeah, sorry not sorry, Will Arnett, you suck as Shaggy. And thank God, last year, Matthew Lillard announced he is officially back as Shaggy. And thank God. Because we need him. Now, whether it's for a live action movie or an animated, I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't care. He's back. He's back. Daphne is the damsel in distress that turned badass ninja warrior princess or whatever. And this is during the time that Sarah Michelle Gellar was at the height of her career as Buffy. Fred is a massive douchebag. Does anyone really like Fred? I just have to ask. Does anyone really like Fred? He takes credit for Velma's plan. He's full of himself. He's vain, and his character is so inconsistent. At least in the movie Scoob, Zac Efron brought personality to Fred. Velma is the underappreciated genius. Scrappy sucks. He's the villain. Which leads me to what I need to do. Scrappy-Doo was introduced to the Scooby-Doo franchise in 1975. He was brought in to improve the ratings. And it worked for a time, and he did serve a purpose. But here's the thing, he had this leader-like mentality, but they already have a leader. His name's Fred. He was the smart guy. He was the smart one. Oh wait, they already have a smart one. It's Velma. He was a talking dog. They already have one. It's Scooby. The only time that his character actually works is in Reluctant Werewolf, Ghoul School, and Boo Brothers. They had to take Velma, Daphne, and Fred out of the equation to make it work. If you have to change the formula to make one character work, you're doing something wrong. And obviously, by God, is he annoying. Like, he's all, I can't do shit, Scrappy. And you know what? Thank God, this movie's the last time he ever shows up as an official character. Because after this movie, the only glimpse you see of him is a statue of him in an episode of Mystery Incorporated. And Fred even tells Daphne, who finds the statue, we never speak of him, ever. The fact that the show even acknowledges that he shouldn't have existed Thank God. And that smack is way too light of a punishment. I know what to do. For context, this is an airsoft gun, so YouTube, please don't flag me for this. You're freaking welcome. What I didn't like about this movie, no Tim Curry, and Scrappy's here. But obviously, not anymore. My final thoughts, this movie holds a very dear place in my heart. Because I love Scooby-Doo, hate Scrappy-Doo. I'm glad they made him the villain. I love Matthew Lillard, and this movie is awesome. As a movie as a whole, it's shit. But you know what? I love it for nostalgia reasons. It was one of my guilty pleasures. And it gave us Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. Happy Halloween, everyone. Stay positive and stay awesome, everyone. See ya.